X3, 218, chopper. Back. Hey, exit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Ready? Hey, we gotta get to that. We might go there. Watch the slip.
Second and 13. His throw incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You got go.
Now back to throw. Being chased out. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Yellow. Go right. Hey, yellow, go. Say. He's checking.
On first down, here's Breida. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Hey, 43, 15.
It's second and 8 at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
Tighten up. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the 41, Mahomes. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They run with Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Geno Atkins on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On second and 7, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jameis Olawale, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13. Watch it. Alert 3.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Hey, Orvin. Get there. Patch it. Right now. Hey, we got to go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, lock it. Get it.
Now Joe Mixon. And an alley to run. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 38.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Check. Look at me. Go. Watch it. Go. Safety's creeping. Go.
They run for it with Mixon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go, let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. These two teams all tied after one.
We got three, Max, we got three.
Hello. Let's go, Louie.
Man, I got you. Man.
Relax.
Shift. Jim.
Hey, Riblins.
Orbit. Check. Motion out.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Nice 7, let's go. 57.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54. Come on, D.
Hey, 57 colors. Check. Right time.
On 2nd down, Ingram. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Mike's 50.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I can't believe they even let you play. Shit.
Stand. Score.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, a give to Mixon. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
General West. Leo.
They'll set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bengals.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He was brought down by 15.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Now it's Breida. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
We got it.
35-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 15. Mike 57. Blue there.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike 43. Bravo! 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Now Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Yellow, yellow. Come on, Eddie. Got two. Got two. Single.
On first down, Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
I don't need to. Tight end right. Three down. 50, yellow.
And again, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Yellow. That's your line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Forty-three.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
This is Breida. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
15. Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a give to Breida, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Attack!
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. I got him. Check your hot read. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken short, and he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to wind up in air. They've got his man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Hey, stand up.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, box drop. Hey, check. Mike 50. Yeah. You don't want none. Mike's 50, Mike. You're out. Here we go. Bravo. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Yes, yes.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Finding Green complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Cincinnati.
Yep. Motion. Hey, high 7. Rock it. There go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
218, chop.
It's a pickup of 6.
2nd and 4. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And a Bengal first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Arlington, it's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D.
2nd and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 5. A big play here for the Cowboys. 47 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you...
He's got a man, complete, and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
94. Hey, lock it. Slam, slam, slam. Check 3, check 3. Look at me. Door, door. Hey, Charlie.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I don't need to. Check 37. Check. Lucky.
Now it's Mahomes again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Hard. Let's put that team on the box. Switch. Watch twist. Fair. Twist. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey. Roll. Go. Hey, Jet. Hit it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Open man is lost, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Break. Hey, we got a seal. Dipper. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go on, go on. Hey! You gotta get moving, man. Hey, Haywood! Nine to Mike! Here we go, here we go. Mike 9! Bang L! Leo! Get it!
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here I come again. Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to 9. Mike over there. Yo, go. 5.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Cowboys, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.